everybody to Block 4. You're here for the quick takes. I am Catherine Boyle with Key Ministry. And right now I am pleased to introduce Minsoo Kim. Minsoo Kim is an individual who has cerebral palsy from birth. Born in South Korea, he came to the United States at the age of 7 and has been here ever since. Minsoo has been a champion for special needs awareness to students at Liberty University, where Minsoo serves as a guest speaker for advocating for special needs awareness. Today he will be speaking on what is disability ministry through the eyes of a disabled person. Welcome, Minsoo.
Hello. Before we begin, it's an honor to be here at Disability Church. I never thought I'll be up here talking about this topic. So let's dive in. All right, so disability emotions. As you can see, the Great Commission applies to everyone. Not just able-bodied, but also people like me. Because one day, we're going to be looking at Jesus face to face, right? When we get to heaven, he's going to ask us, what do we do with his son, Jesus? And if we don't have anything to say about that, then he will literally say, depart from me, I never knew you. Is that what we want as Christian leaders? Is that what we want as people in ministry? You know, our job is to disciple other people, whatever means necessary.
I need help.
All right, so I want to throw out these 3 questions. Number 1, do you know of someone who is affected by a disability? What percentage of the world's population is affected by disability? And what should the church do to minister to them? Okay, so there's roughly around about 1.3 billion people who is affected by some sort of special needs in the world. To minister to them, that's our job as disability advocates, disability pastors. You know, it's our jobs to make that happen. All right. So everyone has a story. That's point number 1. Everyone has a story. Our testimonies speak volumes. Okay, so with me, I was born with a disability, and 45 days later, I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Thankfully, my parents have loved me all throughout my life, and I get to live this life. I'm not bound to this chair. But, you know, in a big area like this, like it's hard for me to walk around. But I do have a walker, and I do walk around when I'm in small areas. I'm able to like walk around when I'm grabbing onto other things. Okay, so when all of us who are saved by the grace of God, we have the gospel in our hearts. It's our job as ministry leaders to share that gospel with someone else that we come in contact with every single day. Yes, I know it's scary at times, because sometimes being on stage or being in front of a lot of students, it's not the easiest thing to do. At Liberty, I have the opportunity to speak to about 1,500 students every semester about this topic, to sharing the love of Jesus to people who are impacted by special needs. And disability as a mean of sharing the gospel, that applies to every single one of us. Like our disabilities, my disabilities, and everyone else, whether it's autism or anything else, is a tool to share the gospel of who Jesus is. Okay? Mine is a physical disability, but it does not define me because I'm in a wheelchair. Because I still have a beating heart that's living for Jesus, and that's all that matters to me. Okay, disability and our role in the church. I was fortunate enough to meet Dr. Hardwick at Liberty. I know he's here, and I asked him yesterday if it was okay for me to use his photo. And the one thing that he told me was keep on going. Just like yesterday, how he told the group, we need young generation to rise up to talk about disability ministry, to be an advocate. Well, God has called me for that stage, and God has given me the opportunity to do so here at McLean and elsewhere, wherever I go. Back home in Lynchburg, I do the same thing at Liberty, and I do the same thing wherever God places me, right? Because the one thing that I pray to God every single morning is, God, give me somebody to minister to. I don't know who, I don't know where, but bring me someone that I can minister to. And let my life tell of others of who you are, because you have saved me from going to hell one day. I know where I'm going one day. And that's because somebody took the time to share the gospel with me. Yes, I doubted to know who Jesus is for the longest time. I battled. I was like, Jesus don't love me. God doesn't love me because I'm disabled. I said that. But the thing is, when I attempted to end my life when I was in ninth grade, I knew then that Jesus lived in me because he kept me away from going through ending my life. And my life now has a story because I get to share that same gospel with somebody else. And I want to bless you. I want to encourage you to keep on going because Jesus has won it all. And all we're doing is living the battle that Jesus has already won. You know, we don't have to keep it all together, but we know that Jesus has it all together just for us. All right, so I want to give you simple suggestions. It's fairly simple. Stay out of your comfort zone. Step out of it. Because if we don't know, if we want to just stay in our comfort zone, we're not going to make a difference. You know, if you're praying to God, God, give me somebody to minister to. If you're praying to God, hey, God, use me. Here I am, send me, just like how Isaiah said it. Okay, that applies to you, that applies to me. If we stay in our comfort zone, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen if we stay out of our comfort zone. So step out of the comfort zone and start a conversation with the people around you, because their story may impact you. It may bless you. Just start a conversation with them. And lastly, pray for the opportunity as a church and even as individuals. Pray for the opportunity to reach the gospel in whatever means necessary. This is my contact information. I would love to connect with you. And I want to just thank you for all of your ministry represented here. Because I know it's hard. I know it's hard to minister to people with special needs. Okay? It took me a while to say my disability is a strength. Okay? So to every single one of you guys in here, don't give up. Keep on going. Because God knows your heart. God knows my heart. And He wants to use you to be that light that every single one of us need to see and hear. Okay? So please keep going. And I love you guys for standing up and being the voice for the group that is impacted by disabilities, because sometimes we may not know what to say, we may not know what to do, but to have someone to tell us, hey, you matter to God, you matter to me, and we love you when we're on the same journey with you. Thank you.